My name is Barsanti. I'm the CEO and founder of StorageLife. If you want to check us out, just go to our website, StorageLife.com. Cool. So let's dive in. Today we're talking about the importance of community. Why is community so important? Why did we start StorageLife just 3 years ago? And the reason is because my wife and I were able to scale from literally broke on unemployment to over 70 million in self-storage acquisitions in less than 5 years. The number one reason, the biggest reason we were able to do that, the only reason is because we've always had a mentor or several mentors or coaches. I'm proud to say collectively we've invested close to $180,000 in education in the last 5.5 years of real estate investing. That's right. Why? Because everybody knows that you are the equivalent of the 5 people you hang around, whatever that famous phrase is, right? And it's true. So my simple advice to everybody always is, if you want to become a successful self-storage investor, it's very simple. Start hanging out with successful self-storage investors. People know that, but they don't do it. I can't tell you how many times I've ran into somebody that wants to get into this business so badly, but for whatever reasons, including lots of limiting beliefs and wanting to be able to do it without investing time and money, maybe looking for the quick, easy way out, or scared to fully commit, they decide that they're going to do it by themselves. It doesn't work. You can't even think that way. That doesn't even make sense to me. Okay, let's talk about the professional athletes, entrepreneurs, the musicians. The majority of all these people, they're great because they've had tons of guidance and coaching and support and other people to play music with and play sports. Imagine if you're trying to become a professional athlete and yet you don't have a coach, you don't have a team, you're trying to do it by yourself. Like, it doesn't even make sense. So why all of a sudden do we think that we can make millions of dollars in self-storage, compete against other people out there? My community has my entire playbook of what I do, how I do acquisitions, what I spend in marketing, how my VA team looks, where we look, how we structure deals, how we make offers. They have every template, every tool, every secret of mine. So already they are an advanced investor. Like, they're able to outperform a lot of the people that are trying to do that. And then on top of that, there's already people out there that are already really successful. We specialize in acquisitions, deal hunting. Why? Because that is the most important part of the game, is finding opportunity. There are people out there that are just like me, that were wholesalers and spend tons of money, over 10,000 bucks a month on marketing and acquisitions. How in the heck are you going to compete with that? How in the heck does anybody think that they can do this by themselves? I don't get it. I actually don't understand. So somebody who doesn't know the game, doesn't know the business, is just going to all of a sudden, dabble and get their feet wet, and then all of a sudden start finding multi-million-dollar properties that you're going to be able to find, fund, close in a matter of 60 to 90 days on a due diligence period of sometimes as quick as 30 or 20 if you got a crazy seller that's like on some crazy 1031. It's impossible. Why even set yourself up for failure? That's what I want to know. Let's dive into some more examples. Me and my wife and I, 5.5, 6 years of this pursuit of real estate, 5 in self-storage, we've had multiple coaches most of the time, multiple communities, performance coaches, multifamily coaches, storage coaches, communities, surrounding ourselves by the people already in the game so we can expedite the process. It's that simple. Do you really want to replace your W-2? Do you really want to replace your wife's income? Do you really want to retire? Do you really want to set your kids up for success in the future? Set them up so you have some sort of succession plan so they understand and can walk into an already working system? Do you really want it? If so, then look in the mirror and really convince yourself that you can do this by yourself. It's crazy to me. It's absolutely bonkers. So let's talk about community. Let's talk about my community. I'm not saying all communities are equal. That's up to you to decide which one is a good fit for you. But let's talk about my community. I'm going to give you some examples of how team means everything. In my career, I've talked about it, how I'd find the deal, I'd find partners that had the capital, that already understood the logistics of taking down the deal, the partnership agreements, how to negotiate with the seller, how to work with the title company, if they had CapEx or room for expansion, the development play, whatever that is, okay? Like, that's all I've done my entire career. So have other people do it. So I'm gonna give a couple of examples, okay? Dan Irwin, he's a doctor. He's a ER doctor. He is as busy as it gets. He's been in my community a while. He just worked the deal for 8 months. Well, working the deal first, he needed our help a lot. We had to analyze. I even talked to the broker with him and for him. He even used me as a potential partner because I was. And so we sent the broker my portfolio and my credentials, et cetera, et cetera. Dan eventually got that deal under contract thanks to the support of the community. Well, guess what? He's a doctor. He's really busy. He can't take down this deal himself. Deal needs about $560K to close. So Jordan, my other partner and coach in StorageLife, is also going to put capital. Guess what? Jordan also knows how to run storage. He's been doing it longer than I have. And then Samantha, so she's going to put a couple $100,000 in it. And then all of a sudden, 4 or 5 students are going to take down this deal collectively. Otherwise, it wasn't going to happen and couldn't happen without the team. I'm gonna give you a couple more. Anthony, StorageLife member. He's a surgeon. Anthony finds a deal. How? He used one of my trained self-storage VAs. How? Because I offer trained self-storage VAs, turnkey, that are already trained to replicate my system. He uses it with the guidance of the community, finds an opportunity, we help him analyze it, we help him negotiate with a seller, he gets it under contract. He can't take it down himself. Why? Because he's busy, he's a surgeon. And it's another, just like this one, actually about 500 and something thousand to take down, coincidentally. So he's gonna put in some money, but he doesn't wanna put in the whole money. So I'm gonna do the deal. My partner, who's already in the community, that's already has like 6 deals, he's gonna put money on the deal. Next thing you know, he's got a team helping him take down this deal. This deal is a huge lift. We've already closed, tons of CapEx, practically vacant. There's no way in a million years he was going to find it, analyze it, lock it up, close it, fund it, operate it by himself. Why? Because of the community. Now, I have deals going through my pipeline. I'm going to give you an example. I have a deal, one of the fastest growing areas outside St. Louis. It's not right for me. It's a little bit small. I would have bought it a couple of years ago, not now. So I'm going to give it to my community. So I have 2 members that are perfect for the deal. They want the deal. So we help them then assign that deal to them. And in addition to that, there's a lot of things we had to get through before they close, including the drawings for the expansion play were not actually accurate. So we had to go back to the seller. We had to renegotiate. We had to get $100,000 off the price. They're getting it at $50 a foot, and that includes like almost new construction. It's in great shape and room to add another 3 buildings. Through this long process, guess what? Then all of a sudden, their lender says, I can't close in time. Seller's like, you have to close with it. It's a dead deal. I'm on a 1031. So then within the community, somebody else, guess what? Our community member has a connection to hard money. There's a few of us that do, but this one happened to be great terms. And then through the community, they get hard money with my support, my team support, they close the deal. It goes on and on again. It never stops. Deals are not easy to find. They're very hard. It's the hardest part of the game. And then once you find them, the analyzation, the takeover, the negotiation. How in the world are you going to do this yourselves? Just always know that when you decide to go invest in a community and a coach, and if it's self-storage, maybe it's another asset class, maybe it's a growth mindset, you'll get what you pay for. If you think you can go out there and spend 6-10 grand on a program and get all you want and get hands-on support, it's not going to happen. It's just not. You will always get what you pay for, sadly. Now, does that mean you can go spend 30 or 40 and that's going to be worth it? I don't know. It depends on the community. So be really careful with who you decide to run the race with, who you decide to actually go on this epic journey of life, growth, and self-storage with. Be careful, all right? I'll give you one more example, all right? So Rocky's in my community. Rocky's a pilot. Rocky's busy. Rocky finds a deal in Florida. It's his first deal. We help him understand it, analyze it, get it under contract. It's a rough ride. Seller's wacky. The residential broker, who how in the heck she was involved, is even wackier. A rough, again, about a 9-month ride. Eventually, we get close to closing. The credit union, who's had the deal for 56 days, decides they don't want to lend on it. We have a week to close with hard money, or we're going to lose a deal that I know has $1 million of upside in it. I know it. I'm losing sleep over it. Another community member, not the same as I talked about earlier, has a buddy that has $1 million to loan. He's a hard money lender. We take that, we close the deal. There's 5 of us in the deal. We've had that deal for over, I think, a year and a half. We hit our pro forma within 4 months, doubled the revenue, put $1 million of equity into that deal quickly. So ask yourself, how bad do you want this? How bad do you want to succeed? How bad do you want to make money? How bad do you want to have a competitive edge? Because you have to. It's not easy, but it's 100% possible. It's the only thing I'll make my kids understand is commercial real estate, because it's, in my opinion, the biggest opportunity to build actual real wealth and do whatever else you want in your future. Help others, give back, live your life wherever you want to be in the world, the country. It is the biggest and best opportunity. It's not easy, but it's 100% doable. If you surround yourself by the people that already have the blueprint, that already have the practice regime, that already know how to compete, how to perform, what to do, how to act, what tools to use, how to analyze. You have to have that, or you will get beat out the rest of your life, the rest of your career. All right, guys, we'll see you next week. I hope this helps. Good luck. See you soon. Peace.